What's up, everybody? We got our Saturday night episode. We're talking about the PWCC weekly auction. Unfortunately for all of you guys, you are just gonna get the big guy tonight. No, Andrew. Dude is a little under the weather, so I hope it's all right with you if you just get me. I'll do my best. I promise. And trust me, I've done my research on this. I didn't want to tell you guys about a lot of these things because I just wanted to bid on them myself. I want to get all these bargains. There's a couple cards on here that when I looked over the weekly auction, I was like, wow, there's some fun stuff. So anyway, I'm so excited I jump right into it. Welcome to another episode of Lucas, Tigers, and Bronze. I don't have my better half with me today to start us off and keep us on track. So this thing can kind of just go sideways real fast. Yeah, I got Ian here. I figured, hey, you could jump in if you like. See, Ian said he could help me out. He can co-pilot if I need. So I don't even know if we're on episode like 716, 717. Okay. We're 7 something, but we're getting up there. Pretty soon we'll be rolling out our full 2 years. I think July 16th is will be our 2-year anniversary. So we're getting there pretty quick. You'll get the big guy back soon enough. So weekly auction, guys, a couple of fun things. Number one, check out our latest was so Ian says we're up to 719. So there we go. See, this is why I need a partner. I didn't get that right. 719. Woof. Crazy stuff. Take a look at this auction, guys. This has a little bit of everything in it. A little bit of vintage and some nice vintage, a little bit of fun stuff. I'm going to start off, just talking about two cards that I looked at that I love and, might be opportunities to add to your collection. And they're on pretty much opposite ends of the spectrum. If you want to talk about like vintage basketball cards, the 48 Bowman basketball set, I believe, is the first basketball exclusive set. It was the first set that was made by a company that was just dedicated to basketball. So it's a pretty cool thing. And you guys know the card to have in there, and maybe the card to have is George Mikan, kind of like the first GOAT, right? The first guy. Interesting card. You guys have all probably seen the card with his glasses, and he's kind of dribbling. Looks like he's almost falling down. In high grade, this card is impossible to find. There is a really nice looking PSA 6. It's one of the top basketball cards of one of the top players of all time. It's just a real fun card. Take a look at it. I don't know what it's going to end up going for, but if that's one where you're, hey, look, card prices are coming down a little bit, it might be my opportunity to get one. There's just not a lot of those cards out there, and it's the kind of card that's borderline, premier kind of discussion. And before I get into the next card, let's talk about that. What we see every week is there are a couple of cards that pop up in the weekly auction that are premier worthy, and there's one that I saw this. I was like, wow, this is in the weekly. Take a look. It might be one that sneaks under the radar. This is not for everybody because it's an expensive car. Like this is, I said car on purpose because it's like buying a car. So it's a 2020 National Treasures Hollow Silver Joe Burrow Rookie Patch Auto, the RPA out of 25. In BGS 85 with a 10 auto, really nice patch, mostly white. It's got an orange and a black stripe in it, so a nice 3-color patch auto. There are higher graded ones, but this is basically, the RPA of Burrow out of 25. Real nice. It's currently sitting at $32,000, so obviously it's not for everybody. But wow, what a nice card to see in the weekly auction. Another thing, so if we stick with vintage, and I'll swing back to that other card that I like, there are a lot of Mickey Mantle cards, high-end, awesome Mantle cards in here. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because people have seen the run-up in 52 Mantle prices. If people have seen, some of the recent sales, they say, oh, let me sell some Mantles. I'll run through a couple of them with you, from high price down. On some of the high-end Mantles, and some of these you just don't see for auction. We've talked about the Red Heart Mantle, 54 Red Heart before, so we don't have to go through the whole history of that card. You can take a look at it. Really nice card. The 54 Tops doesn't have Mantle, so it's one of those unique ones we've talked about with the vertical. In PSA 9, it's currently at 16.5. There's just not a lot of those. Definitely not enough to go around for all the Mantle collectors that are out there. Also in high grade, another one for 54. 54 is a unique year with collecting because of what happened there with not being in Tops. There's a Dan D, D-A-N-D-E-E. It's a potato chip card. So 54 Dan D Mickey Mantle came as a potato chip company card. And PSA 8 again. These things that were, basically like with dog food, with potato chips. It's almost like the Cracker Jack cards from 1914 and 15. The 14 ones were actually inserted in the Cracker Jacks. 15 ones also came by as a complete set. So those 14s, they're condition sensitive because, when something's in a food, you get little caramel stains on the back, right? Same thing. It's difficult to get a dog food or a potato chip card in high grade. This one's a PSA 8. It is gorgeous. And you just don't see them, pop up that often. Another PSA 8. And this one has an eye appeal designation on it. Mantle. There's a 62 tops wood border. Before 87, there was 62. It had that wood border around it, which is really nice. Eye appeal, PWCC A, sitting at 10,000. Up and down this auction, there are some really nice Mickey Mantles, including a 57 tops, also in PSA 8. Really nice card. Yeah, PSA 8 Mantle, exactly. You see it? There's a lot of PSA 8 Mantles. Nice stuff. I mean, really nice stuff that's in there. Yeah, that's in next week's auction, bud. Look at that, another PSA 8. 1960. You found another one, pal. 1960 tops PSA 8. You want to talk about that? It's a Japanese first edition booster box from 2001 Pokemon. That's what you like, huh?
I can name everything on there.
You're going to name everything on there? That's all right. Don't name everything on there. Other in the spectrum, what people will say is Mickey Mantle now. Is it Mike Trout? There are a pair of his 2011 Topps Update parallels, the Cognac Diamond and the regular Diamond Anniversary. I personally like the Diamond. I think it sells for more. I think it's a prettier card. The Cognac one's a little, different color. But they're both ending tomorrow, right around the same price, $67.50 for the Diamond and $6,500 for the Cognac Diamond. That's a personal preference. Yeah, someone could bid right now. Somebody bids a little more on that one, they'll be the same price. Yeah, $67.50. They'll be the same price. Exactly. All right, guys. So a couple of other fun ones. Just like there are a lot of Mantles, there are a bunch of 2003 Lebron autos in this auction. LeBron prices have come down. Curry prices have caught up. I'm of the belief that you could actually make an argument that some of the LeBron autos now pose a value. And we're talking about like 2003 Ultimate Collection, BGS 9.5, like autos that you would recognize, on site, the first ones that, you're like, oh, I know that one. That's a LeBron rookie auto. There's more than a couple in this weekly auction. So if you're in the market for a LeBron rookie auto, probably find one here. One of my favorite cards. Might as well sneak up to it. I was looking for one in the PSA 10, but 1994 Miami Bumblebee Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Right? Everybody knows the card. Everybody knows you want to see what it looks like, buddy? Everybody knows the card. Everybody knows what it looks like. You don't. So then I'll pull it up for you, buddy. No worries. It's a PSA 7. And I think he's got a movie coming out, right? Black Adam. I think he's in a superhero movie. So that's it right there. This might be an opportunity to pick one up. It's recently graded, which means it's probably in better condition than the grade they gave it. Got my computer out here so you can take a look what the card looks like. A little bit of glare there, but you can see it. So it's see, I'll try to get rid of the glare. That's the card right there. There we go. See, you see a little rock right there. It's only $700. Obviously PSA 7, a little bit of a different story there, a little PSA 7. So, but that's a cool card, right? That's the Rock when he played for Miami.
College football.
Yeah, college football. 100% right. No, it's a U, like a hurricane, the U, little Miami Hurricane. So a couple of other fun ones. We're bouncing around all over different place. One of my favorite cards in this, it's an eye appeal, PWCC A eye appeal. This card we've talked about, I think an 8 sold recently for a record price. This is a 4. Again, not for everybody, but if you're in the market for one of these, it's a really nice one. It's the 52 Topps Jackie Robinson. This is a PSA 4 with a PWCC A, the eye appeal top 30% on it. Really nice red, really nice, great coloring on the card. You got to look up cards? Go ahead, bud. You're allowed. So really nice one on that. On the other end of the spectrum, I'll bounce around. We'll go vintage, we'll go modern. We'll go vintage, we'll go modern. 2017 Panini Contenders Patrick Mahomes rookie auto and BGS 9. I mean, everybody knows about the Contenders auto. Everybody knows about Mahomes, but I think with some of the other quarterbacks, maybe catching up in price, the Burrows, the Herberts, Mac Jones card selling. Are people, overlooking Mahomes a little bit? I mean, he's the only one of those guys that's actually accomplished that. He's won the MVP. He's won the Super Bowl. If he goes out there now after losing, possibly his biggest weapon in Tyreek Hill and has a great year and takes him back into the playoffs, maybe takes him to the championship again, maybe, is front runner for the MVP again, do his cards, go back to where they were because they've come down a little bit. So it's, it'll be a fun one to watch. I have to do something here, guys, because Andrew's not here, so I might as well do this. All right, let's look at what kind of Kobe cards are in there. It's one of my favorite things about PWCC, the tech. You want to look at what kind of Kobe's you got, you see what kind of Kobe autos, Kobe cards, you name it, there are. If you're a Kaboom, there's a Kobe Kaboom from 2018 right there in PSA 10. One of the really cool cards that you don't see that often, the Skybox Z-Force Z-Pete Zabue. Lots of Z's. Z-Pete instead of debut. PSA 10. I mean, just a really nice looking card. Take a look at that. Even if you're not buying that card, take a look at it. But one of my favorite cards out there, and this is a card, everybody knows when you look at it, the 08 Topps Chrome Orange Refractor. It's out of $4.99, I think. Kobe with LeBron. You guys know that one. Kobe's got the ball. LeBron is kind of defending him, and it's in BGS 9.5. It's currently sitting around $3,000. I mean, just a really nice looking, cool Kobe card. And then just take a look down. You got the 98 Flair electrifying set, which is one of my favorites. I love the Jordan in that. You got a PSA 10, a Kobe on that one as well. It's sitting just around $1,000. Lots of Kobe cards, lots of Kobe autos, which, Kobe autos have come down in price. And there are some really cool ones that you don't see that often. One of my favorites is the 2011 Panini Past and Present Modern Marks Kobe Bryant. Real nice. It's got this cool background. It's got the past and present on it. 9.5 with a 10 auto. Just like a really nice looking card. And another cool one. You don't really see these two guys paired up on cards too often. They probably should be more, but it's the 2015 Immaculate Collection. Dual auto of Kobe and Allen Iverson out of 25. Just a real cool looking card. Not the cheapest thing in the world, sitting at $3,500. But just a fun one for you guys to to kind of take a look at if you're in the market for fun Kobe. Swing it back to baseball for a second. If you're a Wander believer, and the kid looks good, man. He looks really, really good. There's a 2019 Bowman Heritage Chrome Gold Refractor rookie auto out of 50 PSA 9. I mean, it's just a gold autograph, real nice looking card. There's a lot of really great rookies doing great stuff. J-Rod over in Seattle's, putting up, I think he's 10-10 already. He's putting up a 30-30 type season as a rookie. There's just a lot of good rookies, a lot of high-end guys making names for themselves. And maybe people are overlooking that Wander is the guy. Maybe it's a good time to kind of sneak in and grab one of his high-end cards like this one when people are looking the other way. Let's see. Do we want to go basketball, baseball? A cool one, if this is your thing. There's a 61 Fleer basketball sealed pack. That's Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, lots of rookies in that 61 Fleer. It's a 5-cent pack. It tells you how far, cards have come, right? Buy a pack for 5 cents. Can't buy anything now for 5 cents. Can't even buy 4 cents for 5 cents. It's graded by GAI and 8. I mean, it is, it's one of, if not the most iconic basketball sets of all time. It's very hard to find sealed wax from that. So cool sealed pack. Sticking with basketball more modern. If you're an Embiid believer and you think Philly's going to make some noise this year, who knows what's going to happen with Embiid. His cards, because he's a big man, they don't get the love that a lot of these other cards do. But Andrew is trying to lead the charge and give the big man love. He thinks I should get more love. He thinks Shaq should get more love. As a Philly guy, I'm sure he would tell you that he thinks Embiid should get some more love too. There is a 2014 National Treasures Joel Embiid rookie patch auto out of 99 in BGS 8.5 near mint. That's just a real nice looking card, and you don't see them too often. It's an older National Treasures, and it's sitting at a really low price when you compare it to what some other people who have done what Embiid's doing. The prices of their cards. So big guy. Not a lot of people love the big man, but I happen to be a fan. So I mean, if you haven't 15, 20 minutes into the episode, if you haven't figured out yet that there is a ton of fun stuff, I don't know what to tell you because I haven't even taken a break. I haven't even had a chance to get a sip of soda. It's insane. And one of the things we like to look at, and I think this is between this week and next, the flash items, right? So just a little fun little tidbit here. These weekly auctions, if you have cards in the vault, PWCC will allow you to flash items into this auction. It means you just click a button, say I want to put this into weekly auction, and as long as you do that before Wednesday night at midnight, it'll sell in that following auction. So why I tell you this as a potential buyer in this auction, or if you have your cards in there, if you want to have liquidity, you just go on, you click the little lightning bolt that says flash up in the top there. Right now, as I'm doing this episode, there's 2,623 items between this week and next week's auction that have been flashed into the auction. I bring these up every time we do this PWCC episode for one reason. From the buyer side, while I think this is great as a seller for liquidity, and I've used it myself, I have to put items in to the weekly auction. I think as a buyer, what you can assume is that these items may not be getting the views that something that's been up for over a week would get. So maybe there's an opportunity for those cards to sell for a little bit less. Maybe you're able to find a bargain because somebody didn't look yesterday, today. Some of these cards have only been up 3 or 4 days. And you have some really nice cards in the flash. Everything from a Charizard thick stamp, first edition in BGS 8.5 for like $6,000. There's a Topps Curry rookie in PSA 10 that's at $5,000. I saw a Cristiano Ronaldo gold that was flashed in. If you look at the Steph, and there's people who are trying to take advantage of Steph winning, one of those cool 09 Bowman, the 48, the ones that are supposed to look like the 48 Bowman, like the Mikan we talk about with Steph on it, they're numbered out of 2009, but there's a BGS 10. I think only 10 of those. The BGS 10 of that card that got flashed in is sitting at $4,000 right now. You want a Jordan rookie? There was one flashed in a BGS 8.5 sitting at $4,000. You're looking for Josh Allen? How about a flawless Gems Ruby auto out of 20 in PSA 10 sitting at $4,000? I mean, just take a look, guys. I won't do it any justice if I try to go through each one of these. But this week, even more than last week, which was even more than the week before, people are utilizing this flash feature and some really nice cards. I mean, really nice looking, high grade stars. Steph, LeBron, Ohtani, LaMelo. I mean, if you're Drake PC or somebody else who wants to steal a card and sell it to Drake's PC, one of the sickest Peyton Manning cards that I've ever seen, 1999 Skybox EX Centuries Essential Credentials Future, Peyton Manning out of 31 and BGS 9.5. Take a look at this card, guys. Pause the episode for a second. Take a look at that card. It's in BGS 9.5, one of 3 in that grade, sitting at $1,700. I mean, just a card that is never seen. 20-something-year-old card of one of the greats. And that was something that was flashed in. So people might not have seen that card. You might be able to scoop that up. Me bringing it up now might hurt that chance. But who the hell knows? You never know. I mean, if you're a fan of Downtowns, the 2019 Panini 1-in-1 Downtown LeBron flashed in. Trout rookies. So many things that you could take a look at. And, I'm going to get lost in it myself, which is one of the fun parts. So you have that. The only other thing I'll tell you guys about is if you move out of the flash, the the easy way for sorting and filtering here, it really is amazing. Take a look at the power buyer, right? If you take a look at the power buyer function, just go into sort your ranking. Basically, what PWCC does for you is using their tech, they're going to curate their recommendations for you. When a card comes into their auction, it has an appraisal value. It's most likely in their vault and has been appraised for insurance purposes based on recent pricing for a certain amount. When cards are currently sitting at a price lower than what that appraisal is, by a margin, it shows up as power buyer. So they are finding cards that are, for lack of a better way of saying it, a bargain. And they're giving you this tool right there in their tech. Boom, you hit the button, power buyer. And what you'll see is a couple of those mantles we talked about, power buyer. That Jackie Robinson, same thing. Are you a Giannis believer? There is a 2013 Panini Prism Silver Giannis rookie auto out of 25 in BGS 9. Just a gorgeous card sitting there at $9,000. There is a Jordan from 2003 SP Authentic Signatures auto, BGS 9.5 on power buyer. A couple of mantles. I mean, just some really nice cards. It's just another way to kind of, sort through this stuff. That Contenders Patrick Mahomes is on there, which tells me there's a lot of stuff. And it's all selling pretty inexpensively. You a fan of Hoops Bams? I used to own one of these. Michael Jordan, Hoops Bams. Just a real nice. This is some real nice stuff here. A lot of sealed Pokemon wax, you name it. And once you do that, power buyer, let's who do you like? Who's your guy? Are you a fan of Kobe? Are you a fan of LeBron? You want to find cards of Kevin Durant that that are bargains? I do power buyer Durant. I think right now Durant's beat up. Nobody knows what his future is. And you know what you'll find if you do that? You'll find a 2007 Fleer Hot Prospects Kevin Durant rookie patch auto, an RPA. Looks like 3 colors. Oh yeah, with his Sonics jersey in PSA 10 with a PSA pop of 1 of 8, and it's sitting at $1,000. Kevin Durant rookie autos in here for $1,000 or less. There's a Kevin Durant gold from Optic. It's at $230. It's easy to do. They put the tech out there, and they make it about as easy as possible to find what you're looking for. Let me also remind everybody one thing, new news that we haven't talked about on PWCC is I think it was yesterday, maybe Thursday. PWCC rolled out an unlimited free vault promo, which I think is running through the National. And basically what they're doing is 100% free for any graded card with a value of $50 or more. No ingestion costs, no storage fees, unlimited submissions. There's a promo code for this. It's VAULT, VAULT, for those of us like me that need things spelled out for them. When you create your submission, just hit that code, put that code in there. You only need to enter the code once. It'll be applied throughout your entire promotion. Runs through, like I said, July 31st through National. And any card valued over $50, completely free. There's information on the marketplace website, so you take a look on PWCC, and you'll see the details on that. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of fun stuff. It's an interesting weekend. We've done enough look at these cards, you name it. I'll just spend a couple minutes now on where my brain is on the card space. And, if I wasn't doing this all on my phone, guys, I'd read a couple of texts. I got a couple of texts today from people who are watching some of the auctions that are ending this weekend. And just they were at shows. I think the Chantilly show somebody was at. And a couple of people who are big buyers say, kids, what are you doing? What are you doing with these cards? What are you selling? You buying? What are you looking at? What do you think? One person even told me he was thinking about selling some cards, and stacking up some cash, and maybe buying stocks. And the first thing, of course, I asked was, what are you holding? Because if they told me they were holding base Prism cards and that kind of stuff, I'd have a different conversation. And they told me that they're holding Gretzky, O-Pee-Chee, PSA 8. I'm like, all right, you're gonna sell that? Like, what what are you thinking? First of all, the price is down a little bit from where it was. Second, when this stuff bounces back, that's the kind of card that moves faster than Disney stock. So anyway, that's just my take. I want to make sure everybody out there knows that it's something that we're definitely discussing. We've had guests on. If you haven't listened to our episode with AIH and LAFC Gooner, really good conversation about where the market is, where it's headed, and you name it. One of the things that I will tell you, just to kind of round out and finish up the episode, is I'm buying, right? But I'm not buying everything, right? I'm buying stuff that I think is kind of, you ever hear you throw the baby out with the bathwater? You ever heard that one? Well, if people are talking about, oh, the market is not in a good spot, oh, I'm selling, well, sometimes some of the good stuff gets caught up with the junk. And we spend the last 25 minutes talking about some of the good stuff, some of the high-grade Mickey Mantle cards, Mike Trout, Patrick Mahomes, George Mikan, right? And my take right now, as somebody who has seen ups and downs in the hobby, is this is nothing new, right? We have seen markets go up, go down. We've seen markets, the right assets in cards, the right cards, the ones that people will always want, the ones that will always be collectible. Now, in my eyes, this is a time where if you catch somebody throwing out some good stuff with the bad, like that person who texted me who, yes, some of the cards maybe they should sell, but don't sell your Gretzky 79 O-Pee-Chee and PSA 8, right? Because that's going to get lumped into, everybody's, instead, I'd look to buy that, if it wasn't a friend, I'd be like, all right, sell it to me. So, these are the times I believe that if you think with a bigger picture here, wide lens, take a look at more than what's happened in the last 3 months and more than what's going to happen in the next 3 months. As long as you're planning on being here for a little while, I think now is the time that you might be able to find some real bargains. And clearly there are a few, more than a few, in the PWCC weekly auction. And guys, I'm not giving my cell phone number out to everybody, but you can find me. Send me a DM if you're wondering about your own collection or selling, buying. I answer everything. Hope you got some value out of this one. Don't forget the new, vaulting promotion that PWCC is doing. Check out their marketplace for details on that. And good luck bidding in this week's auction. If you win anything, let me know. Send me a picture. I'll post it. Take care, everybody.
So thank you all for listening to another episode of Lucas, Tigers, and Bronzo My. I wanted to tell you about a new service that we have starting as of today, and I'm really, really excited to bring it to you guys. So as a part of our partnership with SGC, we got 50 free submissions every single month, and many of you have taken advantage of that. And it's amazing that we could have the opportunity to 650 episodes, 675 episodes in, to go ahead and give back to our community. As people were sending those cards in, they asked, can we send 5, 10, 20 more cards to you guys? We'll pay for it, but we wanted them graded with SGC. You guys know SGC is turning cards around in 13 to 14 business days, have incredible customer service, and their secondary market values are going up day after day after day. And that's exciting for the hobby and exciting for the grading landscape. So we didn't want to just rush into it. We wanted to do it right. And what we did was I relocated here to Boca Raton, Florida. I opened up a P.O. box maybe 5 minutes away from SGC, and I will be hand delivering and hand picking up the cards. So you don't have to worry about anyone else touching your cards. It will be me, and I will update you every step of the way. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to personally pick up the cards from a P.O. box, prep them, new card saver, new penny sleeve, and deliver them to SGC every single Tuesday. Why Tuesday? Well, it lets the stragglers over the weekend come back through on Monday and gives me a day to prep, and it basically gives SGC the entire week to work on grading those cards. Once your cards pop, only then at the end of the process will you be paying for the service. It's $25 per card, simple as that, and the turnaround times have never been faster. We're hearing right now 13, 14, less than 20 business days. So there it is. 9170 Glades Road, number 135 is the P.O. box in Boca Raton, Florida. 33434. 9170 Glades Road, number 135, Boca Raton, Florida 33434. Of course, you could shoot me an email or shoot me a text anytime, and I'm always available. Many of you already have my email. It's iamandrewgoldberg@gmail.com, or my cell phone number 215-519-9154. Reach out with any questions. I could walk you through the process. I've hopped on the call with quite a few of you, and I'm happy to do that. Love you, Luca Nation.